In this video, we would understand how to write 5-digit numbers with one place decimal in expanded and word form and vice versa. Let's say we have 38194.2 and we have to write it down in expanded and word form. For doing any of these two forms, we always have to first write down their place values. So we would write on the place values. Here goes ones, tens, hundreds. We know this is thousands, this is 10,000s, and the first place after decimal is tens. So if you want to write it in expanded form, all we have to do is just take the number and write with its place value. So 3 10,000 plus 8,000. You can put an S there. So 3 10,000s, 8,000s. Then we have 100s plus 9 tens plus 4 ones plus 2 tens. And this is how we write the number in its expanded form. Here we are writing the number in expanded form using the words. We can also write it down in expanded form where we do not use words. Instead, we just use numbers, and in place of words, we put zeros. Let's see how to do that. So either you can write this way or you can write down 3. 10,000 means after 3 you have to have how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. Here, whenever we are writing the zeros, we're not taking into account decimal number, just the whole numbers. Next we have is 8. How many zeros we are going to write down after that? 1, 2, 3. Next we have is 1. How many zeros? 2 zeros. Next we have is 9 with 1 zero. After 9 we have 4 with no zero. Now what about this 2? This 2 is after decimal, so how do we write it down is 0.2. So expanded form can be written in this way or this way. Both ways are correct. Next we have to write this down in word form. Let's rewrite the number. The number was 38194.2 and the word form of this number is, for writing word form, we first need to categorize the numbers. Now for categorizing, we need to break apart the number in groups of threes before the decimals. So 38194.2. The number before decimal is 38194. We break it in groups of 3. So 491, 3 numbers. We put a comma. The next 2 numbers, we do not have a third number, so we'll just leave it like that. Now remember the first group, and we're always moving from right to left, is called the units place. Second group is thousands place. Now whenever we write on the number in words, we first put commas, then we write it down in words using their categories or groups. So 38 belongs to thousands group. We write on 38,194. For decimal, we would write on and 2 tenths. Now, the reason we ended with the place value of the decimal place is that the person who's reading this number in words should know that and represents a decimal and 2 comes after the decimal. So we always end the decimal place number with its respective place value. Here the place value was 10, so we would write on 2 tenths. Let's do another example for the sake of practice. Let's say we have 80349.1. We have to write it down in expanded and word form both. Let's do expanded form first. For anything, we always need place values. So ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s. And this place is tenths place. We would write down 8 10,000s plus 0 thousands plus 3 hundreds plus 4 tens plus 9 ones plus 1 tenths. If we want to write it down in numbers, then we just put 8. After 8, how many zeros we're going to put is 1, 2, 3, 4. Only for the whole numbers we have to put in the zeros, nothing from the decimals. So we put 4 zeros. Next is 0. We do not have to mention anything that is with zeros when we are writing the expanded form in number form. So we can skip this 0. Next we can move on to 3. After 3 we have 2 places, so put 2 zeros. Make sure you separate it with a plus sign. Next you have is 4. After 4, 1 place. Next is 9. No whole number left after 9. And then last is 0.1. Next we would do is the word form. For word form, we have to categorize it. So before the decimal, 3 numbers in one group, put a comma. This category is called units category. The next category is called thousands category. Therefore, we write down the word form as 80,000. So remember, whenever number belongs to certain category, we'll write down that number together and end it with the category. So 80 belongs to thousands category, that's why we put 80, and then we end it with the category name, that is 1000. Then we have 349. Now for units place, we do not have any end name for the category. So if there is no end name, that automatically means that it belongs to units category. So after it's done, we put decimal in words as and we put 1 with its place value 10ths. And this is how we write this down in words. Let's do vice versa now. Let's change word form to standard form. And let's say the question is 16,507 and 7/10. Before writing anything from word form to standard form, we'll first put the place values. And the place values are, we have tenths place, decimal, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s. Now we know 16 belongs to thousand category. So comma is placed here. Thousands category is this one. Units category is this one. So we would put 16 under thousands category. One number always goes under one place value position. So 1 goes under 10,000s position. 6 goes under thousands position. Next we have 507. So we can put a comma, 507, because there is no ending name. So that means the category belongs to units category. Next is and means decimal. 7 falls in tenths place. So we put 7/10. Therefore, the answer is 16,507.7. If we are further asked to write it down in expanded form, we know how to do it. We'll just separate out each place values. Either we can put with words or we can put with zeros. Similarly, if we're asked to write expanded to standard form, and let's say the question is, now we see the question gives us 3,000 plus 20 plus 700 plus 0.8, and it gives us the expanded form in number. Before doing anything, we'll put the place values. So we have tenths place, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s. Now we know 3 has 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So 4 zeros means there is no number after decimal. So we would start putting in the numbers, 4 zeros. We can start writing the number backwards. So we can put in 0, 0, 0. How many zeros we have is 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4 zeros, and we put in 3 there. Then 20. We can put in 1's place is 0. 2 is going to go under 10's place. Then we have 700, 0, 0, 7. And then we have 0.8. So 0.8 goes after the decimal. We can fill the empty spaces with zeros just to avoid any confusion. So we put 0, 0, 0 here. Everywhere we see any empty spot, we can put in a 0 there. Now all we have to do is just add these numbers. So 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 8 is an 8. Decimal underneath the decimal. This is all 0. This is 2. This is 7. Nothing here means these are all zeros. So here goes a 0. Here is going to be no other number except 3. So 3 comes here. Therefore, the answer is 30,720 and 8/10.